So this is the second game now, in the last match of the first round of Ladder Wars. Netput down here, Green Marines again, ProvenSupreme up here, Blue Guardians again. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, I'm actually hoping to see the same game at least a couple of times, like the same starts, and see how they compare. And yep, he is going again this refinery there. He believes that this rush distance is also great enough. And here I'm going to focus a bit more on Netput's beginning for this game. So you can see that he put this down immediately. And basically the choice you have, you can do a build more like the build I do a lot on Ladder, where you delay the placement of the factory. But as soon as you place the factory down, you start constantly making ogres. And basically the choice is, this will bring you to tech faster. You will also get your 4th harvester and your sort of economy boost slightly faster. But once you've got this out, you will have less ogres. And overall your army will be a bit less, because he should start. Yep, he started making his harvester now as soon as this is finished, and started putting down the factory. This is a really good show of how to do this. And Supreme is standard Supreme build, going up, getting these rocket cars, which hopefully should start being a nuisance soon. But already troops to the side. Hopefully, I normally try and have 2 ogres on each point, so this ogre will probably go up there, and then he'll start putting some more stuff down here. But here you see this is slightly faster than I'd normally have it, but it doesn't actually change much. It just means that you get the Marines out a bit faster. He will get his tech down a bit faster if he goes for tech, but in this matchup, it's unlikely he'll go for tech. Little micro war down here. This micro war is actually so easy to win for the Harpy because the grenades are so inaccurate. But with enough stuff like this, it takes so long to do anything that you can't really get any actual damage done. And so this is why this matchup can be so hard. You've got rocket cars here killing this, and they don't need to really care about this. Actually, yeah, these amount of rocket cars will be this. Look. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I don't know if that last one dying there actually stopped that from working. But I mean, hey, we may have just learned you need 6 rocket cars to deal with an ogre if there's another ogre coming up. But this attack's good. More rocket cars coming up here is going to take this back. Basically, to go into the late game, Marines need 4 harvesters. They can survive with 3 harvesters, but they will need to slow stuff down to then get back up to 4 harvesters. Some good defense doing here by Netput. Hopefully we'll see some rocket cars sent down here, maybe a couple rocket cars snuck through here. Hopefully he won't keep focusing on these sort of more brute force attacks. He's actually sending a lot of infantry up as well, and with all these rocket cars. So he wants to focus these rocket cars on these ogres. Yes, there we go. He does not want any of these rocket cars hitting the Marines. He can have his infantry kill the Marines. Look, grenadiers, destroy the Marines. And this is really good, but he is going to have this big force of Marines coming into the side, so I don't know if this is just going to become a base race. If this does become a base race, there are different advantages for each side. The advantages for... Ooh, that was good hit. The advantages for... not that it was skill for anything, they were all standing it, but it's just, you know, painful. The ogres are really good defense if they are microed each time, so that you are trying to walk each ogre you get, you grab and just walk straight through the... Oh, this is dangerous, walking up that clump right there. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that harvester actually blocking his own ogre there. If you keep microing this to try and trample as many guys as possible, ogres can be a great defense, but these ogres walking through here, they have so much different stuff to deal with, and they spent enough time doing killing stuff there that ProvenSupreme was managed to build up enough defenses here that he actually has managed to defend this entirely. That was a really interesting little selection there. You see, this does go down to what I've been saying about matchups like this versus Marines. What Proven essentially did was avoid fighting this army that came out for as long as possible. He pushed into the front. He started killing stuff down here. He killed harvesters, killed stuff like this. He sort of at this stage was like, I can't kill all the harvesters, I need to go for buildings. But he just started killing buildings. Each time an ogre came out, he focused that ogre down, then went back to killing buildings, just keeping on top of his micro. And over here, he just avoided Netput's army. He was like, Netput, kill all that stuff. Kill all of that stuff. Because I'm just going to build up as much as possible to defend, and I'm just going to keep myself on enough to keep producing units. I don't need to get to late game, because with this attack, you're not going to get to late game. And he just avoided fighting this army for as long as possible, and then he could get a good fight against this army. Good multitasking there from Proven. Micro on both sides. Good game. Good show of the sort of way you can beat Marines. I would like to see ProvenSupreme splitting up more smaller groups of rocket cars around all sorts of places to really pull Netput's army apart, but this is still a really good example of how to beat Marines.